Look at the latest performance data for June 2026 and you'll see a shift. The market for AI coding assistants is splitting into three highly specialized paths, each glowing with a different set of capabilities. We are no longer living in an era where one dominant model handles every task on your board. The landscape has become fragmented, with different architectures excelling in very different environments. This creates a specific problem. You face conflicting benchmark claims. You need a real tool, one that eliminates your stack's friction. We must evaluate the three contenders: Claude Opus 4.8, GPT-5.5, and Gemini 3.1 Pro, across multi-file refactoring, terminal execution, and ecosystem integration. Averaging them into a single score loses the signal. High aggregate benchmarks are useless if specific weaknesses trigger your daily errors. We're moving past the search for a supreme winner. Instead, we're going to test the idea that these models only become useful when they are mapped directly to the reality of your specific workflow. Because in 2026, picking the wrong assistant isn't just a minor preference. It's a tax on your time that forces you to spend more hours debugging the AI than building your features. That tax is often hidden by impressive execution speeds. We call it the hallucination tax, and it's the metric that usually determines how much you can actually trust a model's output. Claude Opus 4.8 maintains a 36% hallucination rate on factual tasks, while GPT 5.5 spikes to 86%. At 86%, you spend your mental energy double-checking every line for regressions. At 36%, you can step away for autonomous work without breaking the build. High-speed benchmarks are deceptive if the resulting code requires a human to step in every few minutes to fix a hallucination. Our first profile is the deep work architect. These are developers managing massive, interconnected code bases, where a single change can trigger a domino effect of regressions. To evaluate performance here, we look at SWE-Bench Pro. It's the primary test for an AI's agentic depth, specifically its ability to navigate and refactor complex folders. On SWE-Bench Pro, Claude Opus 4.8 leads with 69.2%. GPT 5.5 follows at 58.6%. In practice, that 10-point lead means Opus can successfully trace a bug across multiple files and maintain the logic of the entire system while it applies a fix. When you combine that refactoring ability with its lower hallucination rate, you get a tool capable of true, reliable autonomy. The trade-off is speed. Using Opus 4.8 means you are choosing reliability and depth over the instantaneous response times you get in the terminal. For the developer who needs the AI to handle complex architecture without constant oversight, Opus 4.8 is the mandatory choice. Then we have the terminal scripter. It's all about shell scripting, rapid localized execution, and very fast aeration cycles. When we look at terminal-specific coding, the numbers flip. GPT 5.5 wins this metric at 78.2%, outperforming Opus at 74.6%. GPT 5.5 is optimized for this kind of rapid, localized execution. It's currently the fastest way to generate and run scripts directly from the command line. It operates with immense raw speed, racing rapidly through complex script generation to give you immediate, actionable results. But we have to return to that 86% hallucination rate. That speed becomes a liability if the script it just generated contains a hallucinated command or an incorrect flag. To use GPT 5.5 effectively, you need enough expertise to spot those errors the moment they appear. You are essentially trading your own mental vigilance for the AI's execution speed. GPT 5.5 is a tool for the expert who wants speed above all else and has the skills to verify the output in real time. Finally, there's the enterprise developer. This is someone working within a heavy corporate framework, specifically the Google Workspace ecosystem. In this environment, the bottleneck isn't always the code, it's the context. Pulling data from a project spec in a doc or a thread in an email is often where the most time is lost. Gemini 3.1 Pro acts as a bridge for that context. It removes the friction of manual data entry by integrating directly with your corporate storage and communication tools. By choosing this path, you are sacrificing the multi-file depth of Opus and the terminal speed of GPT 5.5 in exchange for seamless administrative integration. If your primary daily friction is context management rather than building complex architecture, Gemini 3.1 Pro is the logical choice. Looking at the data from all three models, it's clear that a subscription only provides a return on investment if it matches how you actually spend your day. Let's simplify this into a diagnostic tree. For complex code bases where a hallucination breaks systems, the verdict is Claude Opus 4.8. Prioritize terminal speed and can catch errors? GPT-5.5 is your tool. Anchored in the Google ecosystem, the verdict is Gemini 3.1 Pro. Don't get distracted by a single benchmark victory. Identify the specific friction in your daily grind and invest in the tool that was built to solve it.